Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Moondrop Ultrasonic. So as you can see, this is a TWS and it's a bit dislodged, but don't worry about that. So this is a hybrid one, so it's a 1BA and 1 diamond driver per side. Uses LDAC and some other codecs, obviously, which I'll check. I think one might be LC3. It's also got the normal kind of TWS functionality of like ambient noise. I think you can change the EQ in the app, and I think it's got like active noise cancellation, but obviously we'll have a good look at that. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Shenzhen Audio Store for sending it out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, no thoughts and opinions are my own, and as you can see, it's a Moondrop product, so it's got the anime thing, if that's your cup of tea, and yeah, let's just get into it. So let's see what we get. So again, ultrasonic. So a bit of info. I'm sure you can change the different like EQs, but we'll see about that. So obviously specs. So it's got quite a lot. So Bluetooth 5.3, yes. So it's got LC3, LDAC, AAC, SBC. I think this supports the Link app. Which obviously it's been a while since I've used it, so hopefully it's a bit better these days. Obviously USB-C charging, working distance 10 meters. Hour to charge, hour and a half to charge your case. So 6 hours and then 18 from the case. It's roughly 3 times the amount. So let's have a look. It's a larger case than I expected. Let's just have a look at this. Oops, already dropped one. So yeah, very similar shape to the one before. Got it. So yeah, quite curious to the fit of the case. So yeah, same kind of style as before. The space travels. Well, obviously they're a bit different, but obviously there's a lot of similarities. So that's that. Obviously I'll charge that up. Anything in the bottom? Yep. Oops, so quite a bit. Charge cable small. Again, you probably can use your phone cable for that. Attachments, I'll have a look in a sec. So tips, there's a few there. An actual carry case. So I have to see what that's like. That there, that there. And what do we have in here? Bit of paper. We've got a cat. So that's a bit that's a bit random, a bit sparkly as well. I'll check all that in a bit. So it should probably just be user guides and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, but I'm not looking forward to graphing it because it might be a nightmare, because obviously different all the different EQs built in on the app. So yeah, I have to see what that's like. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to spend a bunch of time with them, obviously graph them if I can, unless the Bluetooth is a problem, but obviously I'll try and graph them. I'll try and do a mic test of these as well to see what the actual mic quality is like, and yeah, I'll see you sometime in the future. So welcome to my review section of the Moondrop Ultrasonic. As you can see, I've actually put it all together, so it's in the case. Just press the button, does that. Very straightforward. You can see they're in there. Obviously gives you access to the Type-C, but there's nothing to hang on to there if that really matters. So the hole there. So anyway, let's get to, because there's going to be a lot for me to talk about, and it's quite a complex obviously a pair of earphones, because it has an app which I'll get to in a bit. So let's talk about the battery life of these. So they state up to 6 hours, I think 18 hours with the case. That seems to be roughly right. Depends on volume level and codec, so you might, or more likely, get less than that, so just bear that in mind. So connection wise, so out the box, this is where you need the app. So you pair it as normal. So in my phone it had SBC and AAC only, and I thought, oh, this is weird, because it says on the actual description on like Shenzhen's Audio's page or Moondrop's page, you can do LC3 and LDAC. You need the app to do that, but I'll show you that in a screen grab in a bit. So yeah, you need the app to get that, and you need the app to get the different sound tunings, which I'll show you in a screen section a bit. Yes, so number 3 is pairing, super easy, no problems at all, and yeah, you take them out, it pairs automatically, and it's easy to find. It comes up as Moondrop Ultrasonic on my phone, and that's it. So microphone. So now I'm going to pull on a clip, just a really quick clip, and see what you think. Here is a quick microphone test of the Moondrop Ultrasound I'm using them both in stereo. I'm in a quiet room, and I'm just speaking a normal speaking volume basically, and this is what they sound like. And yeah, that's it. So I think it's okay. Just be wary of kind of your gain level so it doesn't get a bit too spicy or get sibilant. But the microphone qualities, I'd say it's sufficient really. So let's talk about the app. So now I'm going to pull on some just some screen grabs so you can see what it looks like at the different tunings. I'll probably pull on about 4 or 5 different ones, so I'll let you have a look now so you can have a look. But the app's much better than it used to be, which I'm really quite glad, because when I used it a few months ago, the app was trash, in my opinion. But it's actually, I think, much better, and it didn't crash on me or anything. It seems fine, but I didn't notice the update was about maybe a week ago, so it's quite fresh. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, just get these out. So pop that open, slide it from the side. It's the same thing as the space travel, but there was another model that did Bluetooth, but I never tried it unfortunately. So let's just have a closer look. So let's just pick the left one. So you can see there, Moondrop, charge down the bottom, L on the top. I like that. It's got L and R, so you can quickly glance. You can see the difference. I like that. So that's the shape. Now it looks quite large, but it's actually more comfortable than I expected, as you can see. It's on the bigger side, but yeah, actually quite secure really. So yeah, that's that. So the buttons about around there. So it's got normal mode, ambient mode, and obviously active noise cancellation. I found that they all worked okay. The ANC didn't blow me away, but I think it's good enough, to be honest, for what it actually is, and that's that really. So timbre this set. Now, obviously, it depends on what tuning you pick, which we'll get to in the sound part. But I think the actual timbre of this set is actually pretty good. Considering it's a 1DD 1BA, but it's meant to be a big dynamic driver. I think it's like 13mm maybe. You'll see in the description exactly what it is, but it's actually okay. And technicalities of this, I thought was actually pretty good as well. It seemed to lack as well soundstage, if we talk about it. Imaging's pretty good. Soundstage didn't really seem that big. But again, it's an IEM, it's not a pair of headphones. Also, it has low latency modes. But for gaming it does help, but they've never use Bluetooth IEMs for gaming because there's always will be a delay. You know, if you use it, like if you want to watch a video on YouTube or Amazon Video, Amazon Prime on your phone, it's fine because the phone will fix the delay. But if you're playing a game live, it's never really that good, really. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what to talk about. I've covered quite a few things. So I'm trying to rush through it because there's a lot to talk about. So sound. So put the graph on so you can have a look. So I'm going to do the graph in 2 parts. So you can see you've got club, monitor and reference. Now you saw these from in the actual app, and it's also a pain to keep graphing these. So if you do like what I do, please do like and subscribe, because some of these videos take an awful lot of time to graph the different tunings. Anyway, as you can see, I was expecting these to be a brighter sound. So when I graphed these after I listened to them, and I thought, well, this seems a little bit odd from Moondrop. It didn't seem that bright in the upper mid-range, lower treble. And I listened to it, I thought, that's odd. So then I've graphed them, as you can see, and they're a little bit smoother than I expected. So I like that. And obviously, you can see the differences is mainly bass with this setup. As you can imagine, I prefer the club one. It's not that bassy, but there's enough there, really. I would prefer if there's one above that. Like there should be like a bass head one. Well, you know, like another step up. I'd like that. Maybe they may add that. I don't know. But yeah, bass is actually okay, really. Considering the DD's big, it's not bass monster, really. It seemed quite effortless with the low end. And that's it. So mid-range, as you can see, very slight elevation. I mean, like really slight. It seemed quite fine, really. It seemed quite smooth. So that's one way of pulling it, and yeah, not much to say really. It's quite uneventful, which is in my eyes good, no problems at all. So treble, again, it's the same thing, whatever one you pick out of these three. But yeah, you can see that does, after the 8K, it does drop off quite a bit. But then again, that's probably the only negative. The treble on this set sounds fine. It's not really sharp or anything, surprisingly enough. But yeah, probably one of the better sets I've tried personally for treble from a Moondrop product. I just like that it's not bright or shouty. I like that it sounds quite natural, really. And that's part one of the graph. Part two is this bit. So you can see these are like classes matching high level IMs or something like that. You can see these two are a bit more wild. Now I don't really like the tunings of these. Now the i89XX looks more traditional, shall we say, for tuning, but it has that big peak, nearly 3K. I do like these, are very different to the first three. So if you don't like them and you might like these, good for you. As you can see, the 336XX is super aggressive in its tuning. I don't really like them. I didn't use these settings much. I didn't really like the tuning. I preferred the club tuning preset. Yeah, and that's it. So trying to keep this video short so it's not too long. So what do I think of these? I like these. These are better than I expected. Again, as you can see, I prefer the club preset. So what I found is the controls work fine. The microphone quality is good enough. ANC ambient modes work fine. They probably could be a bit better, but they are again good enough in my book, considering they aren't a company who makes products like that all the time. You know, practice makes perfect kind of thing. The case seems fine. It's again better than it used to be. Battery life is enough. I like the tunings. I like that the actual presets make a big difference. And also I like the app is much better than from what it used to be. And you don't have to log in or anything like that. So yeah, on the whole, not a bad set. $70 something, so it's not too cheap. And the BA is in here, but it's like a side firing one. I'm quite glad in the normal preset. It's quite smooth really, and I like that. And also by default it uses the club preset. So if you don't use the app like at all, you'll be stuck on SBC, AAC, and the club tuning, which is probably my favourite tuning anyway. So yeah, on the whole, not a bad set. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I spoke a lot. If you think I missed anything about these, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.